We got. What's up, everybody? Welcome to week number 2 of the Extra Point. It's actually week number 6 in
Week
college
2 for
football.
us.
Yeah. I'm Gaige. I'm here with Chandler, and we're going to be going
So-
over some stuff from last week that we talked about, and then also a whole bunch of new stuff this week as well. Brand new AP popped up.
Yeah.
AP poll. If you want to go ahead and
Pull it
get
up.
that pulled up. We got. I think this is very interesting. When I was looking at this the other day,
Yeah.
this is one of the weirdest AP polls I feel like that's been out in a while. First of all, you got, okay, if you just think about maybe the past like 4 or 5 years, 6 years, I would say, there's kind of been a team that's been like dominating the majority of the time. Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State, schools like that, Notre Dame, they've been in the top 10 for the past 5, 6 years now. And now when you look at this, you have no Georgia, no LSU, Bama's at 10, Notre Dame's down there at 21, Michigan's at 20. It's just very weird.
Virginia made it up.
Yeah, Virginia's on there. I mean, Indiana's back at 8, which they were okay last year. They made the college football playoffs somehow. You'd be the ranked team and make the playoffs. Texas Tech's undefeated. But then you have like, it's just weird seeing Ole Miss at 4. Like, is this Ole Miss team actually good again or good now under Lane Kiffin? They looked pretty solid against LSU, but we watched that. Were you there with me when LSU and Ole Miss was
second
on?
half. I was
Second
there
half.
second half. That was a good game.
Yeah, it was. LSU's
offense is
terrible.
it's something.
Yeah, it is. It's bad. They got to figure that out, and I don't understand it because Nussmeier was pretty good last year. I feel like it was more of a defensive thing that was the problem. And then they go and upgrade their whole receiving core. Their running back's pretty good, Caden Durham, and it doesn't like change anything. It actually just regresses. It's just funny to me seeing like Oklahoma at 5 when they've been like just okay in the past couple years.
Yeah.
Texas A&M's at 6. Are they actually good? I don't know, really.
Maybe a 1-game luck.
Well, they beat Notre Dame now, and then
Oh, that's right.
Auburn last week, which it was kind of a somewhat close game.
I think Miami might be a little too high.
You think Miami's high? Who would you put
I think
above
they're
them?
high.
Who would you drop? Who would you drop? Or who would you... Why would you drop Miami? I'm not even saying this right. It's early.
Why would I drop Miami?
No. Who deserves to be above Miami is what I'm saying. I don't think any one of those teams deserve to be above Miami.
Yeah, I guess you could
But I
say
get
that.
what you're saying is like I don't think there's a clear
Yeah.
like top team. Like Miami's third. Usually when you have your like top 3, 4 teams, they're like way above the rest. But I
Yeah.
don't feel like that's the case right now. I think Oregon's really good.
Oregon's really good.
I think they have a case for
12.
being number 1. But
Yeah. Who's Ohio State play this week? Let's see.
I'm not sure. I think they were on a
Might
bye
have a
last
bye,
week.
yeah. I think it might have a bye this week. It's loading. It's loading. They play Minnesota,
Man, that's not gonna be close. Who's their next like big game?
Illinois, Wisconsin, Penn State, Purdue,
So Penn
UCLA.
State. I don't think Illinois is that good either.
They played Michigan last game of the season.
Yeah, that's like I don't remember what that game's called, but that's
It's called something.
I feel like it's called like the rivalry or something. Oh no, it's not.
Yeah, we'll call it that. Let's just
That's
call
a
it that.
rivalry.
We'll call it on our show.
Rivalry week
Yeah, there you go.
last week. What's that game called?
Let's see. What else? Georgia drops. What were they? 5? 4
Mhm.
or 5?
5. Oh, it's called The Game. See, I knew it was
It's
something
called
like
the
that.
game.
The Game, yeah.
Huh.
Shout out everybody on TikTok. We're on 3 platforms this week. YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok.
If you're on TikTok, join in on YouTube or Facebook. There's graphics up there, not just a
Yeah,
blank
not
one
just me.
screen.
Not just a little boring boy.
It's a little test that we're doing. and comment up in the comment section. We'll engage with you guys. Anything you disagree with or something you want us to talk about.
Yep. But we'll go ahead and move on from the AP poll. And we're going to talk about last week's picks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait.
So if you guys missed last week, we did it kind of sort of. If most of you are probably familiar with College Game Day if you're watching this. But how they have their picks at the end of the week, we chose 5. As you can see last week.
Let's pull it up.
Yeah. Last week.
Oh.
Don't want to have that up there.
Nope. Let me take that out.
Last week.
Here we go.
I was 1-4. Chandler was 2-3.
Let's go.
What really hurt me there was Texas A&M game. They were -6.5, and they won by 6, which sucks. They beat Auburn, and that would have tied us. Or I would have. Did
What
you
game
pick
was-
Texas A&M too? I forget.
did.
Yeah.
Picked
So
A&M. We both picked FSU. We both picked
Georgia,
Georgia.
which both
What
lost
was
there,
that one?
and
A&M?
A&M. I got. We both. That was your third
You won
loss.
Oregon,
No,
right?
you must have picked Auburn.
I did pick.
Because you picked Penn State, and you were that was 3 losses right there.
You sent it to me, right?
Yeah, you picked Penn State, and then I picked Oregon, so that was my 1 win.
I picked Penn State.
Mhm.
I picked A&M.
So you counted your record wrong, loser.
Well, you told me my record.
You're a cheater.
Hold
You're
on,
trying
let
to
me
cheat. If you see up there in the top right, we got a $25 bet going on this for the year.
look. Oh, LSU. You lost to LSU.
Yeah, I get that, but you also
I won the Ole Miss. I won 2 games.
whatever. Didn't you lose Texas A&M? Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
I'm
You're right.
2-3.
You're right.
I lost FSU, Penn State, and Georgia.
I see now.
So yeah, that's our picks. And
We'll go ahead and switch on over. We're doing like a little segment today. Basically talking about winners and losers from week 5. So talking about it could be like a player, coach, team. That took a positive from last week, and then we're just taking one also with a negative. But you can go ahead and start us off with that if you would like.
all right, let me get my notes. Losers. It could be a coach, a team, or a player.
Mhm.
I got Florida State as a loser. I don't think anyone really expected that loss to Virginia.
Mhm.
They lost 46-38. In my opinion, I think they were looking past Virginia, looking into Miami this week,
Mhm.
and they kind of didn't see how Virginia was and it planned for them real well. And they went to that Friday night game, and you guys saw what happened. What was it, double overtime? It was overtime.
I think it was just one.
Just one. Yeah, I don't think anyone expected that, so I got that as losers. What you got?
I'm gonna start with a winner. I got Kalen DeBoer from Alabama, their head coach. I think starting off last year, they were pretty good. They beat Georgia in like week 3 or whatever, and then from there it was downhill. I mean, losing to Vanderbilt, they lost to Oklahoma. Just a couple games that Alabama's program wasn't playing to their standard, and I think everyone was looking at him. All eyes were on Kalen DeBoer, and then they come out and lose to Florida State week 1. Wasn't looking good for him, but against Georgia, I think it's very reasonable to say that he outcoached Kirby Smart, and they looked like a better team. I mean, obviously they won, but they looked better. I think that game, the score doesn't kind of show that Alabama was kind of in control of that game as much as it was. And he's doing a great job with this offense as well. Ty Simpson's looked phenomenal. Bama was prepared. I don't know if you guys seen the little halftime speech he did between.
I didn't see that.
At halftime, he was talking about
Ty
how they
Simpson?
DeBoer, their head coach, was talking about how they came prepared and they dominated that first half, and then they only have 30 more minutes to stay focused, and then they kind of just ended up beating Georgia's 33 home win streak.
Yeah.
And so I think
That was the longest college football win streak.
Mm-hmm.
They broke it. It's the Alabama curse, dude.
Yeah, they don't play good against it, but I think He looked pretty good. Something good you could take away from last week from
Yeah.
him.
You got another one? Or that's it?
I can go ahead and drop my loser too. So a loser, kind of talked about it earlier, was LSU's offense. They've had plenty of opportunity to show up at this point. I mean, they beat Clemson week 1, and I think everyone's kind of giving them a little bit of a break because it looked all right. Clemson's defense is supposed to be like phenomenal. They're supposed to have like 2 first-rounders on that defense. And then you kind of go into next week. I think they played whatever one of the next week was a non-Power 5 school. Then they play Florida. They only put up 20 with scoring 5 turnovers. That's not very good.
Yeah.
If you don't know anything about football.
Not good at all.
And then they played another non-Power 5 school, and they put up like 70. And then last week, they play Ole Miss, and it's the same LSU offense that we've seen this whole season. I expect them to turn around and set it on the show. I was like, oh, this is probably going to be their breakout game. Ole Miss usually doesn't have a great defense. Their offense kind of keeps them in the games. However, that didn't show up. They have way too much talent on their offense from quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end. I mean, they got athletes everywhere on the field. I think the play calling sucks. And I know Nussmeier, there's been like talks of him having an injury. I'm not sure if you can look up real quick.
Yeah.
Or I can do it. What injury people think he has or that he does have. And he's like hiding it. But I think that might be something that could be holding this offensive back. Yeah, I know last week Nussmeier said he wasn't going to say if he was hurt. He's not going to answer any questions about his injury.
He's probably hurt.
And I think it's some sort of torso injury that I'm seeing here now. But if that's holding them back, I think they're just creating an environment to where maybe now they're starting to feel pressure because they know, or their defense and offense isn't playing at the same levels, and it can kind of hurt the team chemistry a little bit. Like we've talked about at Florida, how their offense is way behind their defense. But I think it's a shame that LSU is at the point that they're at right now with the amount of talent and the amount of players they recruit.
Yeah. So what I was watching Lane Kiffin yesterday, or last night, I should say, with Kirk Herbstreit on his show every Monday. And it actually was really good. They talked about like kind of the difference of like an old school coaching and new school coaching.
Mm-hmm.
As far as talking to the quarterback, like Lane Kiffin can talk in his ear as soon as the ball hits the ground. He can talk in his quarterback's ear. They were talking about that. And he did say one thing, like he said something about upsets and I saw something earlier in the week, like someone else saying upset shouldn't even be a word anymore. Now the transfer portal, you're gonna see so many more upsets coming in because every team's gonna be good.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's gonna leave every single year. And then Lane Kiffin kind of made a joke, was like talking about how anyone can leave after the year. He's like, when they do those huddles, it's like 1, 2, 3 team. Some of them are just going to leave next year, and they started laughing about it. But you guys need to check that out. It was pretty good. But upsets isn't even a word anymore. That's the crazy thing. Like, you're going to start seeing so many more upsets.
But yeah, I think that's true. Like, especially with schools that have money and stuff. That they're able to just buy players, basically.
Florida's got money.
And they suck.
Maybe they will turn it around this week.
I doubt it.
Maybe it was a much needed buy. But we'll see. You got another? Well, my winner is Virginia. You got to give it to Virginia. Beating a team like FSU. What were they ranked?
4th, I think.
Somewhere up there. I think it was 5th. Because they were...
Georgia was 5th last week.
Let's see. AP poll. Week 5.
Pretty sure they were 4.
They were 8.
I'm way off.
Way off. It's all right. It's early in the morning. But I got to give it to Virginia. They're a good winner. And then that will bring us to somewhat of a breakdown of Alabama and Georgia. And the question I have up here is Ty Simpson an elite quarterback?
This is with your winners? You're just asking?
No, we're going to talk about Alabama and Georgia. And I'm just asking you, is Ty Simpson an elite quarterback?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
elite. I mean, you watch him play. He's
I
phenomenal.
saw, yeah.
Week
He's an
one,
elite quarterback, but week one,
he had some issues with completion. His completion percentage was bad. But I mean, you watch him last week. He looks like one of the best quarterbacks in college football.
I agree.
This is just last week. He threw for 276, 2 touchdowns, which I could say is not very impressive against Georgia's secondary. They are terrible.
Horrible.
Could have been way better if Ryan Williams doesn't drop that pass in like the first drive of the game or second drive of the game. Alabama's pass rush, I think, could be a little bit better. Their defense is okay. They kind of got stomped up front.
Yeah.
Georgia was able to run the ball pretty solid. But I mean, yeah, if you want to talk about Ty Simpson, he's been phenomenal.
Really, really good.
Got
He had 276 passing yards. He was 24 for 38. 2 passing touchdowns, 12 rushing yards, and 1 rushing touchdown, which is pretty solid. 13 for 19 third down efficiency. Fourth down, it was 0 for 1. It was pretty solid. He's averaging 7.3 a play for passing. The team had over 397 yards. Pretty solid for Alabama. I think no one really expected that too much.
Yeah,
they expected a close game, but
yeah, I didn't see Alabama winning that. Honestly, I didn't even think it was close. I kind of thought it was disrespectful to Georgia that it was only 3.5 point spread.
Really,
just off the fact that they didn't play good against Florida State, and then they haven't played any competition yet.
Yeah, and
I know Georgia played against Tennessee, and it was a close game, but I mean, they obviously
they fought.
They have issues on that team.
Yeah. Gunnar Stockton was 13 for 20.
I don't know if I said it last week. Go ahead.
130 passing yards. He averaged 6.5. 2 passing touchdowns. 22 rushing yards. 22 rushing yards and 0 rushing touchdowns. 2 for 8 on third downs, which is not good.
No.
0 for 1 on fourth downs. So, total of 357 yards.
Yep, and what was impressive was the ground game for Georgia. They ran for 227 yards on 33 carries, averaging 7 yards a carry, which is pretty impressive. But they got to find a way to implement. They need more of a dual threat attack. I mean, when you have Gunnar Stockton, when you're expected to be a top team in the country, like they're ranked 5th in the country, you can't be one dimensional on offense.
Yep.
Can't be just run, can't be just pass, and beat teams that are recruiting just as good as you and they have just as much power on their other side of the ball as you do. I think Georgia's receivers looked okay. They did drop that one pass, which you could say that was in there in the fourth quarter, I think.
Yeah.
Which you could say, oh, if they catch that pass, they win the game. But Alabama did the same thing in the first quarter.
You can't say that, though.
I think what hurt Georgia...
Ryan Williams?
Huh?
Ryan Williams dropped a bad pass, too, right?
Yeah. I think what hurt Georgia was I think they just got outcoached. That 1 4th and 1, they could have tied it up later in the game. Instead of kicking it, they kind of run no huddle and get up to the ball fast. And you hand the ball off to your third string running back
And he trips.
who's a pass catcher.
He just trips to the ground.
Yeah.
So that was fun to watch. And then what was that one play? I think it didn't really matter, but 4th down for Alabama, I believe. And our guy jumps over the huddle.
I think they already got the first down, but it added like 15 yards. That was right there at the end. You want to hear something crazy? I didn't even really know this, watching the game. Alabama didn't even score in the second half.
Really?
Yeah. There was only 1 touchdown in the second half. It was Georgia. And Alabama won the game because of playing good defense and then also winning the turnover battle. Nate Frazier fumbled there in the
What do you see that
first or second quarter. What do you mean? They just didn't score in the second half.
Dang, that is insane. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, I know. Felt like more.
That's
it was
bad ball, Kirby.
More of a back and forth thing. Yep.
Defensive coordinator. He's not doing a good job.
No. And then Also, another big game last week was the Oregon and Penn State game. That game went into 2 overtimes,
That
and
was a good game.
Oregon looks good. I don't know what else to say about them. They got good players. They're able to run the ball, throw the ball, not turn it over. Drew Aller.
That went to double overtime.
Yeah, just said that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. That's okay.
I'm
Let me
not
clean
locked
out
in.
that earwax.
Yeah, I'm not locked in.
Drew Aller, I want to see more from him. He's supposed to be top quarterback in this upcoming class. Doesn't really look it. And then also, Penn State's supposed to have two, like the dual threat running back team. And Nick Singleton's running the ball for less than 2 yards a carry, and he has not been that great this year.
Yep. He had 21 yards that game. 11 carries, 21 yards.
Yeah, he's only averaging 3.8 yards per carry. That's not what you expect from someone who is supposed to be a top running back in the class, especially I know a couple years ago. Ends up staying, and now he looks like the second best running back on the team. So,
Yeah.
shout out to Oregon's defense, I guess.
They're 0-1 in the Big Ten now. 3-1. I guess they had an early bye.
Mhm.
They're ranked 3.
Yeah. They came in the season ranked like
See what
4
they
or
are.
something like that.
7 now.
This is what I'm talking about the AP poll, and people's just been disagreeing with that. I've been seeing a bunch of people.
The yard difference from Oregon's quarterbacks is pretty insane. Dante Moore had 248 yards. He was 29 for 39. Drew Allers had 14 for 25 for 137 yards.
Mhm.
2 touchdowns, interception. So that's almost like a little over 100-point difference or 100-yard difference, which is a lot when you look at the score.
Mhm.
And their running backs did better.
Yeah, I
So-
think they just played better overall game than Penn State did.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, obviously they went tied in overtime, but they kind of controlled the game.
they did.
I don't know if you have it pulled up or not, but I think Penn State was down like 14, 17 points and came back and tied it.
I believe it was 17.
I can look.
It doesn't say that.
No, that was 14.
14?
Yeah, because they were 17 at half,
Yeah.
or at the end of the game, and it was 3 at half. So and they did a good job battling back.
That kind of was a slow game. We were watching the Georgia
Yeah,
game.
we didn't
but
really
just
pay-
looking at the score a little bit. 3-3. So, good weekend of college ball.
Yep.
Who else did we have? That was it, right?
And then we're gonna go ahead and switch over to
See if you remember.
our crazy takes. Last week I talked about Georgia Tech. If you tuned in,
Yeah,
how they're gonna win the ACC, and they gave me a heart attack of a scare. I thought I was gonna look like a complete idiot.
yeah.
They end up winning, which at the end of the day, that's all that matters to me.
Yep.
Just get to that game, Georgia Tech, and then I'll put my house money on you to win it.
You think Georgia Tech will beat Florida State, or you guys see Florida State again? Like right now, if they played this week, would Georgia Tech win?
No, I don't know. It'd be close, but I don't got to worry about that.
Yeah, you don't.
They don't
Yeah.
even play them throughout the whole season. So, and now they ain't gonna play them at all because it's gonna be Georgia Tech and Miami in the ACC championship, and then Georgia Tech's gonna beat them. So,
We'll see. All right, let's hear your take.
all right, this week, we had the AP poll earlier.
You pulled up.
If you want to bring it up real quick, yeah, you actually can keep it up this whole time.
All right.
So, if you look up there, you can see a couple SEC teams up there in the top 10. First, you have Ole Miss, then you have Oklahoma, then Texas A&M, and Texas. My take is that neither Texas A&M or Oklahoma will make the SEC championship game. Right now, they're both undefeated. But they got a tough road ahead of them. I'll start with Texas A&M. So, to finish out the season and their SEC opponents, they have Florida and Arkansas, which are like the two easier ones, but those are still games that you could probably end up losing. I wouldn't say Florida as much as Arkansas, but Arkansas's offense is really good. They're capable of putting up high numbers. Then they finished the year with LSU, Missouri, who's undefeated, South Carolina and Texas. South Carolina's okay, and Texas is Texas. They could win any game of the week. So right now, Marcel Reed's playing at a high level. He looks like one of the best quarterbacks in the country so far. But last year, he looked like that at times too. When he kind of came on the scene and took over their job over there, he looked like this insane player, kind of like the next Lamar Jackson almost with his legs and his arms ability. But he had turnover problems, and I'm just hoping that he can stay on that level. But I don't see that happening all year long. I don't think he's going to win a Heisman or anything. I think he'll fall off a little bit. But their defense has to step it up as well. They've only forced 2 turnovers in the 4 games they played. Have they played 4 or 5? They are 4-0. So in the 4 games, only forced 2 turnovers. That's not very good, especially when you're playing against lower level competition as well. They've played 2 gimme games. They've let up over 24 points per game. And defense wins championships. So I don't think eventually they'll get to that level. I could see them making the playoffs still, and I could see that for Oklahoma as well. But I think Texas A&M is bound to lose a couple games at some point.
Good take.
And then Oklahoma as well. I'll go run through them real quick. To finish out the year in the SEC, they still play Texas, which John Mateer's out for, I think, a month. So that's going to hurt them against Texas. I feel like that's almost a guaranteed loss already. They play South Carolina, which is the easiest one on their schedule. Then they play Ole Miss, Tennessee, Alabama, Missouri, and LSU. That is a gauntlet of a schedule. Mateer's look good. He's averaging over 300 yards per game. But him missing time will hurt. I know they got those 10 sacks against Auburn, but I think that was kind of a fluke of the defensive line. I just don't see them holding up all year long. I think Oklahoma is bound to lose a couple games too in the SEC. There we go.
Let me think.
What you thinking about?
I like it. Good stuff. Good take. We'll hit a break after this. I'm about to pee my pants. So we'll do that for about 2 minutes. Good stuff, good takes. So my take is LSU will miss the playoffs. LSU will end the season 7-5. Got a bye this week. I'll break it down in order. They'll beat South Carolina. They'll lose to Vanderbilt. They'll lose to Texas A&M. They'll lose to Alabama. They'll beat Arkansas. They'll beat Western Kentucky, and they'll lose to Oklahoma. So that'll be 7-5 for LSU. And if their offense keeps doing what they're doing like last week, then this is definitely going to hit. It's going to be a good take.
This is a terrible take.
You think so?
It is awful.
7-5.
You think LSU is going to finish 7-5?
Yeah, maybe 7-4, or 8-4.
No.
Did you see their offense, dude? The quarterback doesn't know how to throw a ball.
I don't care. They're not. Let me pull up their schedule.
Pull it up. I just told you.
Yeah, I don't remember what you said though. I remember all of them.
South Carolina, Vanderbilt.
You have to think LSU tax when they play in whatever their stadium's called. They don't lose. Okay. When they're in Baton Rouge, they don't lose. South Carolina, do you say they're beating them?
They'll beat South Carolina, yeah.
Okay, so that's what? They'll be 5-1?
Mm-hmm.
They're going to beat Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt's about to
lose Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt's playing Alabama this weekend. Their high is going to be over with. Texas A&M, I just told you they're going to lose the game eventually. Alabama game will be close. They're going to beat Arkansas.
They'll beat Western Kentucky.
And then Oklahoma, I'm telling you, they're going to fall off, buddy.
We'll see.
I think
that kind of combines with both of our takes.
What?
Like they both play Oklahoma.
Yeah,
and Texas A&M. Oklahoma and Texas A&M.
Yeah, but you were taking the opposite ones.
Yeah, I am.
You think LSU is gonna? You think LSU is gonna stay on this path right here?
I do.
You're an idiot.
I do. I really.
Go ahead. I want to hear what the people got to think about that. I can't see the TikTok comments.
Those people will in and out.
But you guys are on YouTube. Comment if you think. I want to know what the people think. If you think that LSU is just going to be, they're going to basically end up not ranked in the top 25 based on what Chandler thinks. He thinks they're going to be 7-5 at the end of the year. That's insane. Barely making a bowl game.
Yep.
I'm gonna go ahead
Strong
and
take.
you want me to rate your
Strong
take?
take.
You want me to rate your take right here?
Rate it.
That's
0.
terrible.
I actually had struggles trying to find a take, bro. This actually was the last thing I did last night. Let me just look at LSU's
See, this is
schedule.
the problem. You prepared last night. I prepared
2 nights ago.
I prepared a week ago. I was ready.
You had your take already?
Yep. Before
No,
this.
you didn't. No, you definitely had it last night.
No, I
That
had
was
it.
the hardest thing, bro. Finding a take. I was doing some research, and I was like, you know what? Let me just look at LSU's schedule. After I saw him play. But
That's insane.
let's see.
What, you need your freaking PP break?
Yeah, we'll hit a break. We'll be back in 2 minutes and 30 seconds. We're muted. Hey guys, we're back.
Drop a rose. I don't know.
We've been muted this whole time.
The whole
From the
thing.
From the break.
Oh, brother.
Because I muted the mic. That's on me.
That's Chandler's second time messing up. Thank you.
First time.
Thank you, Swayze. Last week we had a mess up too. We were muted for a while.
Yeah, this time was actually.
If you guys
like,
don't, we'll just
redo. Heisman front runners.
Yeah, we're talking about.
I'll go first. We'll go back and forth. 2 people.
I mean, yeah, so we both mentioned the same person so far.
Yeah,
Chandler copied. I had to show him this morning.
No, he
copied whatever I had.
You guys can read the lips. He's talking about. We're just gonna pick the same people. Anyways, Ty Simpson, Dante Moore. I'll read off the stats. Dante Moore has 1,200 yards, 100 for 134. He averages 9 a play, 14 touchdowns, 1 interception, as long as 65. His completion rate is 74.6. And I think I already clicked out Ty Simpson. So
I can pull it up. I already have it here.
All right, let's do it.
Ty Simpson's on this season has 1,100 yards, 11 touchdowns, no interceptions. Basically what we were saying was, or what I was saying was, Ty Simpson's my number 2. He hasn't turned the ball over all year. I think it's the best attribute a quarterback could have. Shout out TikTok for the second time they're hearing this.
Let's go.
Drop a rose. Go ahead.
Drop a rose.
He would have better stats if it wasn't for some poor wide receiver play. And the only loss, threw for 254 yards, 2 touchdowns. Can't really blame the loss on him that much. So I think Bama could be an undefeated team for sure. And then Dante Moore, Oregon has the best offense in the country. It's hard not to put the leader of the best offense in the country also as the best quarterback in the country. As of right now, he's only turned the ball over once, so I think is probably the most important stat, as I just said. And I think Oregon is a great team led by Dante Moore. He sat for 1 year at, was it USC? Where did he come from? Maybe it was Washington, I think, actually.
Let's see.
Pretty sure he went to Washington, transferred to Oregon.
UCLA.
Oh, that's what it was.
Wrong.
I knew it was one of those old Pac-12 schools. Yeah, shut up, buddy.
Wrong.
He didn't look great at UCLA. Comes to Oregon. Dan Lanning has looked like he's turned his career around. So, yeah. Go ahead and drop your number 3. If it's the same as mine, I'm leaving.
I don't have a number 3, but I just want to say Jeremiah Smith hasn't had a great year. I'm looking at his stats. I actually haven't seen
I did not expect that.
What?
Because we were talking about, like, the Heisman candidates.
I didn't have a 3.
He's been...
But you could say Carson Beck.
Yeah, Jeremiah Smith has not been good.
No, he's really bad. Not even 400
I would
yards.
say really bad, but not this last year. He was not the same receiver. But
Yeah.
I think also maybe I don't really watch Ohio State football.
Yeah,
I cannot. I would gouge my eyes out. I could not stand Ohio. This is what I'm gonna say real quick.
That's number 1 team, bro.
I'm gonna go on a rant.
All right,
Okay. Obviously, we're both Georgia fans, right? I'm telling you right now, I would rather someone put toothpicks underneath my nails and my toenails and make me kick the wall and have the toothpicks shoved underneath my toenails.
Where did you find this? Did you just find this on a TikTok, bro?
No, I would rather that happen than watch Ohio State football play. I cannot stand it. I don't, for some reason, it bothers me.
I feel like you could have picked something better than
bro,
toothpicks.
You ever kicked it? You ever had a toothpick underneath your toenail and then you kick the wall? That would not feel good.
I would think,
bro, that would suck. I can tell you right now, I could not watch Ohio State football play. It pisses me off.
That's a curveball.
Anyways,
I've never heard of that. Where'd you hear that from? You just thought of it?
A while ago, I
Toothpick
guess.
under a
I didn't
nail.
think of it, but shout out whoever that was.
Yeah, shout out to TikTok.
That was a while ago. Anyways, my third guy for Heisman list right now is also another person that I just could not stand at first. It wanted me to make me do the toothpick thing.
Oh, who is it?
Diego Pavia. He's had a solid
You
start.
don't like him?
Bro, no.
Why?
I just don't like. I didn't get all the hype last year, and then cause it's Vanderbilt. I don't know.
Respect him, bro.
Yeah, and then he's like, whatever. Anyways,
He's cocky, dude, but
yeah, he's cocky. I don't like him. I'm not really arrogant type. 1,200 yards, 13 touchdowns, 3 picks, 300 rushing yards. He leads the team both in the air and on the ground. Vandy football is competitive. he's the reason why he's kind of turned that program around. Shout out their coach too. I don't know where he came from, but he's solid.
I was watching the SEC thing. He's a pretty cool guy.
I'm finally hopping on the Pavia train. I guess I hope it crashes next week or this week. Yeah, I hope that train crashes against Alabama.
So you think Alabama's gonna win?
Well, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, good answer.
But he's playing a good defense this week. They haven't really beat up. They've just beat up on some bad teams. They beat South Carolina, but South Carolina was. What are they ranked in the first week of the season? I'm gonna look that up. They were like a top 10 team, I think.
One AP poll.
Oh, this guy doesn't know ball. There's no week 1 AP poll. There's a preseason poll and there's a week 2 poll. Go ahead and drop a rose on TikTok.
Preseason top 25 college football poll. I don't even know if I even.
They're ranked 13th. So, yeah, they're supposed to be good. I don't know what's going on over there.
4? Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
That's why people should. They're talking about eliminating the AP or the preseason poll.
They should.
Because
you don't know what teams are going to be like.
The preseason poll creates a standard that the poll is going to follow for the rest of the year.
That's true.
If they put someone like Clemson, for instance, at 4 and they lose, and then they lose again, they're going to keep them in the top 25 even at 0-2 because they think they're the 4th best team.
That's bad ball.
It almost I don't want to do I wouldn't want to do this.
Get rid of preseason and start a week 1 poll.
I'm going to say even something even crazier. I think they should do it like week 3 or 4 is when the ranking should start. Because then that's actually true ranking, I feel like.
That's true.
Because every year there's always teams ranked super high, ranked super low. And I think by week 3 or 4, you can kind of understand. Even if a team loses, you can kind of look and see, are they playing good football? You got to do this, you got to do that.
Well, coaches, I was watching some kind of I don't know whose podcast it was, but coaches starting to figure out their team through week 4 or week 5. They know the team they have. They know what they can do. And
they know how they have to play to win games. Yeah, I agree.
So after last week, coaches should know who their team is unless they've been dealing with a lot of injuries and stuff. It looks like we got a comment on TikTok. We got a follow. Appreciate the follow. Ashton Nugent, Bama, about to roll Vandy. Guess we'll see.
Hey now.
Guess we'll see.
Whoa.
Thanks for the follow. Let's see the name. Crap, am I inviting her to live?
Go ahead, Stella. I can't see the TikTok comments, but
it's sideways, so it's kind of hard.
Yeah, Facebook pulled up.
Facebook.
You haven't looked at that.
No comments.
All last week.
Yeah, I didn't last week.
I
thought it would show up right here.
I had some people, all my fans, they were.
Yeah, they were, and I wasn't even reading the comments.
They were talking to me. They were like, why aren't you reading the comments on Facebook? And
I saw it after.
I've told Chandler. I told him how Chandler, he was all messed up in the head last week. This guy.
No, it wasn't.
This guy, he must have did some balloons or something, but.
Okay.
We didn't have the Facebook chat pulled up. We went muted.
That's it.
We went muted for 30 minutes, pretty much.
Well, listen, last week.
No, that wasn't
under my
fault.
control. This week, it was for like 5 minutes, but that was under my control. I mean, the mics, like go use the bathroom. Forgot to unmute it, but it's early in the morning.
I'm just messing with you, buddy. You're good at this stuff.
Expect some mess ups.
I respect you.
We're live, dude. We got Palmer in the chat, laughing emoji. It's good stuff. Swayze, he's also in the TikTok. Appreciate you guys commenting in. Keep commenting some stuff, and we'll get to our game picks. Which, let me do one thing real quick. Let me just pull it up.
Okay, we're doing this now. We're doing this now.
Right?
Go ahead. Let's up the money right now, then.
We'll do it after the season.
No, we'll up the money right now. Let's go. $50.
No, I can't change the graphic right here.
You can change it after today, though.
We'll do
Go 20. Ahead. If you want to talk some trash, let's up the
20.
money.
No, we'll do 25.
Oh, yeah. That's what I thought. Maybe after next week.
1-4, 2-3. Tough games. A lot of tough games, actually.
Yeah, it was.
Which was crazy. Let's get into our. Let me hide it real quick. Give me about 20
Anyways,
seconds.
I can start us. get into this.
Let's do it.
So, first game, Texas versus Florida. Texas is -6.5. They're going into the swamp to take on the Gators.
So let me just say something real quick.
Go ahead.
It's going to go Texas. Then we're going to go to the... I think I messed up the order.
Yeah,
I
maybe.
figured it out after. Because our game of the week is Miami, Florida State. So that should be at the bottom. I think the Alabama is the second game we're going over. Yep. So it's going
Just skip.
Florida.
Yeah, just skip it.
Skip Miami
Okay.
and Florida State would be at the bottom.
Okay. We'll figure it out week 7.
We'll figure it out week 7. 6.
Anyways,
6.
the Longhorns and the Gators. Texas is 3-1. Florida's 1-3. Huge 5-star quarterback matchup. This is probably one of the most looked at games coming into the season from quarterback play. You have Arch Manning. You have DJ Lagway. I think these are like top names in college football. Texas and Arch Manning are looking like a far better team than we've seen week 1. They also haven't played anyone like they played week 1 as in Ohio State. Texas defense will probably overwhelm Florida, but it is in the swamp, so you never know. I think Texas is still lacking on that side of the ball a little bit offensively, and Florida has a really good defense, actually. If Florida's able to establish a run, maybe they can develop some sort of play action game and take shots at the Texas defense. They need a way to keep Texas what's the word? Keep them
You got it.
balanced, I
There
guess
you
you could
go.
say. You don't want Texas to just suck up on defense and hug the line because Florida's best weapon is Jaden Ball. And if you can't use them, then this game is going to be a blowout. However, I think Texas comes and dominates the swamp, and I will not be picking Florida until they show that they can score more than 10 points in a game. So give me the Longhorns.
Longhorns. Good stuff. Got some notes I'm pulling up. Texas hasn't yet played a good team since week 1. They played Ohio State. Since then, they haven't played a team. We haven't seen if Arch Manning is good against good defense, which Florida's defense is pretty good. We'll see how he does. I feel like if Florida gets Arch Manning uncomfortable, they might have a chance. But that starts with the offense. DJ Lagway, Florida, Billy. They just had a bye week. That's some stuff to figure out. DJ Lagway's been in a boot. I don't know if you heard, but he's been in a boot. I don't know if that was just a couple days. Started the bye week right after the last loss, which was to LSU, Miami, one of those.
Who?
Who did Florida play last?
They played LSU last.
LSU last. He was in a boot a couple days after that. Not sure how long. But I think Florida has a chance if they get to Arch Manning, if that defense gets to Arch Manning, but they got to figure out stuff. Jaden Ball, big factor into this game. If he can run, they have a good chance. If DJ Lagway can get out a few passes, not 57 yards, they have a chance. But anyways, I'm going to go with Texas just because the Florida offense just looks like total. You know what? So got the Longhorns with you. So we're going to either win together or go down together on this one.
Mm-hmm. And also, I forgot to say this. You kind of are like reminded myself this when you were talking about Florida. Lagway came out with a statement this past week. Sometime I heard it. Maybe it was like the end of last week, this weekend maybe, or even yesterday. I seen it last night when I was doom scrolling. However, he said, this offense is about to pop. Don't know if it's this week, but just wait. Or something like that.
Okay. Can I respond to that, or are you still going?
You can respond to it if you want. But I think it's crazy. I just don't. I mean, it's good to see that they have the confidence or whatever, but this ain't the team to do it on. Texas defense is pretty good. This ain't the week for it to pop. This is the week to win a game 9-6 on some field goals if your defense can hold up.
Okay. Starting quarterback, DJ Lagway. Why wouldn't you say that? Even if you don't have the confidence, why not say that and tell your fan base and kind of get that mindset into your fan base that you guys want to win? Like, he's losing nothing saying we're going to be better, pretty much. Like, he is losing nothing. They might not get better. And it looks like how they've been playing, how DJ's been playing, they got a lot of stuff to figure out. You can't just switch it with that. Maybe the bye week helped, but it doesn't hurt. DJ Lightway to say that in a press conference or wherever he said it. But we'll see. Maybe they have confidence, but maybe it's just all a lie.
Whatever candy they're taking, give me some of that.
Yeah.
Give me some of that good stuff. Anyways, we'll go ahead and move over to down to Vanderbilt in Alabama. We got
Big
number
spread.
16th ranked Vanderbilt going in and playing at number 10 Alabama. This game is going to be in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, in Bryant-Denny Stadium. Alabama is getting 10 or is minus 10.5. You're giving Vanderbilt 10.5 points. Definitely made me think about that a little bit. Vandy can upset Alabama 2 years in a row now if they win this year. We talked about quarterback matchups. This is probably the best one of the week. Maybe Carson Beck and Tommy Cast. That's also up there. The way I think Vanderbilt stays in this game is if they're able to get to the fourth quarter and give Diego Pavia a shot to win the game. Because there's a difference. When you have game changers and game managers. A game manager, you get them to the fourth quarter, and it's going to be consistent throughout the whole game. They're going to give you a chance to win from start to finish. When you have game changers, you get them as a team to the fourth quarter, and you let them do their thing. Especially at quarterback position, this is when you really separate the good quarterbacks from the elite quarterbacks. So if we're all come to this consensus in America that Diego Pavia is an elite quarterback, you get him to the fourth quarter, and you let him find out. However, Alabama, not many teams are going to beat that Alabama team that played last week. They looked pretty solid. They need to run the ball a little bit better. I think Alabama, as a whole, their skill position should outplay Vanderbilt, and I think that's where the separation kind of comes from. But give me 5-0 Vanderbilt. Not to win the game, but they're going to cover that 10.5 points. And we're going off the point spread here. So give me Vandy. Give Vandy football. Give me the Commodores.
Shout out to Seth. October's here, fellas. He's in the YouTube group chat.
Yes, sir.
They've been texting us, but I haven't been. All right. Well, we went over this a couple days ago, and I gave Gaige the teams, and he had Alabama about an hour ago. So he just switched that up right before we started.
I got some of that Florida candy in me. That delusional candy.
Let's see how Alabama played Georgia last week was a big shock to me. After, week one, and they didn't really play anyone else. Then, like we talked about, Georgia was their first test, and they did pretty good. They passed the test. They won. They're 1-0. Wait, that's the wrong notes. I think it's going to be tough for the Vandy boys' defense to stop the offense. Like you said, Ty Simpson is one of the best quarterbacks in the league right now. Maybe Diego can do it again, but I don't see it happening. But the spread, -10.5.
That's what's the interesting part.
That's interesting. That is
because there's no way. If straight up, I agree with you. I'm not putting money on Vanderbilt to win this game. No way I'm doing that.
Give me the Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
I don't know. You might win even if Alabama wins.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
That's the crazy part.
Just get it to the fourth quarter. Let Pavia. Let Pavia do his thing.
There you go.
And what's that mouth of yours over there, Chandler?
Wait. So, okay.
What?
I'm not gonna expose later on.
What?
I was gonna say. Just keep going. I'll say it after.
Okay. Next game, we got Virginia going to play Louisville. Virginia's ranked 24th after we've seen that big win against Florida State last week. However, they're playing Louisville, who's 4-0.
Yep.
Louisville is favored by 6.5 points this game, which might be a little bit. I don't really know why. I don't really know why they're favored because Virginia's ranked. Louisville's not.
Big win last week.
Because if you beat a ranked, if you beat someone, if you upset somebody, you just automatically get ranked. I guess nowadays. which I think they should be ranked, but I also think Louisville should be ranked.
Yeah.
However, Virginia, great win last week.
Can't rank everybody.
They're probably riding that high meta.
Meta.
What is that meta? Can't turn the ball over as much as they did last week and expect to win. They've had some silly turnovers. I think Chandler Morris, if he keeps control of the ball, they're a pretty solid offense. And I think the big thing for Virginia this week is will they be able to get out to another hot start? I think that's kind of what won them the game last week. I think once you look at whatever, like midway through the second quarter to the rest of the game, they got outplayed. But when you jump off to a hot start like that, that's the benefit of it. You get to go up early, so
Yeah.
can't blame them for that. And then Louisville, they needed some good quarterback play this week from Miller Moss. I think this game's going to be high scoring. Louisville has good players all around the ball. Isaac Brown's a good running back. They got 2 good wide receiver weapons, Chris Bell, Colin Lacey. I think Louisville is going to defend their home turf and win the game. They'll upset Virginia, and I got them winning straight up. But I also got them covering the point spread, too. I'm going to think they're going to win this game by more than 7 points. I don't think Virginia – I just can't stand Virginia. I got a lot of hate toward a lot of college football teams. So you can go ahead and give me Louisville.
Let's give you Louisville.
I hope they get dominated.
You do?
Yeah.
Shout out Preston Cole. TikTok comments. It's good stuff. If you are on TikTok, come over on YouTube. You can see the graphics up there. See who we're picking if you haven't been continuous watching. So there's...
Drop a rose, too.
Drop a rose. Virginia's 2-0 in the SEC. Louisville's 1-0 in the ACC. I meant ACC. They mix me up sometimes. You can't pick against the team that beat Florida State in overtime. Team like Mike Norvell's team, Tommy Castellanos. Virginia upset Florida State, and I think they're just going to roll. They're going to roll through Louisville. I say they're going to win by 7 points. It'll be close.
Okay.
Be a good game, close game. So,
you think
I
got a question for you.
Cavaliers.
I got a question for you. Since
Hit me.
You think Virginia is going to roll through Louisville? You think they're just going to roll through the rest of the ACC too? While we're here, since you're to talk about how good Florida State is and beating Florida State, this is what. You know what? I'm going to actually wait because I want to see who you take in Miami and Florida State game before I bring this up.
Do you know who I'm picking?
I don't think so. But I want to know. We'll get it to it later because you're saying how good Virginia is for beating Florida State.
I didn't say how good.
Oh yeah, huh? You said they're gonna roll. That means they're a pretty solid team.
I said they're gonna roll, and I also said they're gonna win by 7 points. I'm just saying they're gonna beat Louisville.
Okay.
And it's gonna go on my record.
Okay.
All
right.
Next up, we got. You're supposed to go.
Colorado. Well, you can't just start talking.
Colorado
and
TCU.
I don't know when you're gonna stop.
It kind of messed me up.
Go ahead. You can go first.
All right. Coach Prime. Coach Prime hasn't had his luck this year at all. Both teams haven't won a game in the Big 12 yet, so this is both a big game for both of them. Horned Frogs are favored, so that's why I'm taking the Horned Frogs. Give me the TCU Horned Frogs.
Go ahead and throw mine up. I agree with you. I got TCU winning this game. The point spread is kind of crazy. 13.5 points.
That is crazy.
TCU's offense is just so good. What's the one game they've lost this year? They're 3-1. I think it was a shootout, if I'm not mistaken. They played against Arizona State. Arizona State's solid. I'll give them that. TCU jumped ahead 17 points in the first half of that game. Their problem, it will come on turning the ball over. If they can not turn the ball over, Josh Hoover in this offense, they know how to throw some points up and know how to get yards because I bet on him before a bunch of times. I got something to say. I'm going to set up for this.
Let's hear it.
Deion Sanders.
Deion.
I'm going to look at you right in your eyes.
Coach Prime.
Mr. Prime.
Let's make this a TikTok reel. Let's spit something here.
How long are we going to keep saying that Deion Sanders or how long is it going to be? Let's restart because I already messed up. Let me sit back and I'm going to sit up one more time. Mr. Prime, how long are we going to start? Or let me sit back one more time because I messed up again. All right. TikTok,
Come on,
drop a
stop
road.
trying to
Drop
get
a
some
road, TikTok.
clickbaits, dude.
Ready? Mr. Prime, how long are we going to keep letting this slide? You had Travis Hunter. You had Shador Sanders. We couldn't do anything with them. Now they're gone. Okay? You have Caden Saltaire now. You have wide receivers that are not as good as Travis Hunter, LeJontay Wester, Jimmy Horn. Those guys are all gone. We got to start doing something else here. I mean, last week, they almost beat BYU. Okay? You got to turn this thing around here, or Colorado is going to be shipping you out the door pretty soon. Which I don't think they will because they need the clout that comes with your name. But, hey, I can't handle this anymore. I'm a big Colorado fan when he went over there. I always watched their games when I was up at night.
Were you? Those
Oh,
games are
boy,
always late,
Dion.
Games
I want
are
to see
late.
something better from you. They are late.
So we both got TCU.
But let's go ahead and get into that game of the week.
Let's go. Start us off.
The extra point, week 6, game of the week. We got number 3 ranked Miami, undefeated 4-0, minus 4.5, heading into Tallahassee, playing against Florida State. Ranked number 18th, they're 3-1. So, my thoughts on the game.
Let's hear it.
We'll start with Miami, the away team. Carson Beck's kind of rejuvenated his career and his draft stock, leaving Georgia and heading to Miami. He's looked good. His wide receivers are really good. I think that's a big reason why. Miami does a good job of containing the game and playing their own style game. You seen it last week with Florida. They didn't even have to, or not last week, but whenever they did play Florida, it's the last game I watched them. Yeah. They do a really good job of controlling the game. They ran the ball more than they threw it that game, which is different than when they played Notre Dame. They were throwing the ball a lot more. So you can see they can kind of change their kind of style to fit what they need to do to win the games. I don't think that's any different this week. I think that they're a lot better offense than Virginia. And you can see Virginia put up 30-something, maybe even 40. What was the score of that game? How much did Virginia score? Whatever it was.
I have it.
As long as Carson Beck doesn't turn the ball over, he's got 3 interceptions on the year so far. They'll be all right. Malachi Tony's a beast. Mark Fletcher's been insane so far on the ground this year. Florida State, you cannot play sloppy. Miami knows how to play with the lead. If you're going to give them a lead like Virginia last week, you're not going to come back and win this game. They're not going to hand you the game.
46-38.
Okay. So they put up 46 on Florida State. I just don't see Florida State's defense holding up. And their offensive line, too. Their offensive line was not very good last week. Tommy didn't have a bunch of time back there. And then they got Reuben Bain this week, who's like been the best pass rusher in college football this year. The war chant is going to be so annoying that I don't even want to watch the game. I hate when Florida State plays at home because you hear that every touchdown they score. You hear that from down number 1, down number 2, and down number 3 when they're on defense. It's just terrible. So give me the Hurricanes. I'll throw up the U this week. I think they'll win by more than 4.5 points, and I think Florida State will not be ranked after this week.
That's crazy. Shout out, Mr. Harry, Miss Lori, Gabby. They're all watching. Thank you guys. Early morning. Let's see. Did I already pull it up? No, I did not. This game I was back and forth on, just of what happened last week with Florida State. Miami ranked higher, yes, but I said early in the show, I think they might be ranked too high, which I don't know who should be above them. It's just like usually the top 3 or top 5 teams are usually way higher up, way better than the teams under them, which is not the case anymore with the transfer portal and all that stuff going on now. Let's see. I think Florida State's a good team. Fluke week last week. In my opinion, they were looking ahead. I said this early on in the show. They were looking ahead of the week. They looked past Virginia, looking into Miami, already planning for Miami and all that stuff. So I think this will be the best game of the night, which is why it's our game of the week. Week 6. The extra point game of the week. But good teams come back after they lose and have a lot of energy, have a lot of fight. So give me the Knowles.
Okay, this is what I wanted to say now.
Hit me.
So, you think Virginia rolled against Florida State, right? That's what your words were earlier. They rolled Florida State.
I said Virginia's going to roll Louisville.
Okay.
Which I messed up my words.
So, you think that this Florida State team that just lost to Virginia is going to beat
I do.
Miami?
I really do.
Okay. I had Virginia scheduled to pull up a while ago.
I do too. Hit me.
Their best game for the rest of the year, if I'm not wrong, just look at they play. They play Louisville this week. You're saying they're going to win this game, right? They play Washington State. I would say they'd win that game. North Carolina, not very good. California, not too good. Wake Forest, Duke, Virginia Tech.
Not too good.
I think Duke will.
Duke's all right.
I think Duke will beat them. But you think that Virginia is just now, because they beat Florida State last week, that they're just like going to be going to the ACC championship game?
I didn't say that.
Well, if they win out, they dang sure are.
Because time will only tell. I don't know.
All right. Well, we probably won't have them up on the game of the week or the picks next week because
Virginia?
Yeah, we're not going to have them 3 in a row.
We're not having them playing Washington State.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think I've ever watched a Washington State game.
Shout out John Mateer. Seth Bialik in the YouTube chat says, "Surprised these Georgia fans are still with us." I don't know what that means, Seth.
We're here.
We're right here. Where else would we be?
We're here.
Doing what we love here.
Doing what we love. Talking ball.
Entertaining the people. Ball talk.
Entertaining the people. Let's go back. We need to screenshot this, so we'll do that later on. Let's see. Good stuff today. How about them Jags, though? A little off topic. We're about to end it. How about them Jags?
Hey, they're rolling. We're trying to go to the game next week.
Did you hear back yet?
Monday. I did. I got a text while we were doing the show, but
it's good or bad?
It's not good.
Not good?
Not good.
No way.
We might have to spin in some dough. So you guys go ahead and drop some more roses so we can go to the Jags game.
Drop some roses.
Maybe even a Galaxy. Game. Drop a Galaxy in the chat.
We can spend $200 for the Sky tickets.
But yeah, they look good.
They look good.
I don't got much else to say.
My boy Liam Cohen. Shout out Liam.
Keep my name out your mouth.
Shout out
That's what he
Liam.
said. Robert Saleh.
It's good stuff. Appreciate everybody watching. YouTube, Facebook, a little bit of TikTok. Post some clips out. We'll be back next week. Talking some ball, going over what happened this week. Hopefully my record will go up. Gauges will go down, but we'll figure that out. I think we disagreed on 3. It was.
Yeah. And then for you guys on TikTok, go ahead and go over to the YouTube channel, Where's Home Podcast on YouTube. It should be on this. Oh, you guys don't have it on the screen. It's just Where's Home Podcast,
bio,
one word.
Same as my TikTok.
Same as the TikTok. Go ahead and get over there. You can see the graphics. You can also see Chandler over there on
see me.
On the YouTube side of things, or on Facebook as well. But YouTube's a little cooler. You can interact with us. I got the YouTube chat pulled up for the whole stream. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I think that's it for us today. We'll be back with a little more next week.
Let's
see ya.